Russ, back into the FA Cup on Saturday, and, for a club and as a country that loves the FA Cup, it must be nice to have these games regularly.
It is. Disappointing for us after a league loss last week, but our full attention's on the cup now. We'll part with the league for a couple of weeks, and really excited to go down to London. Yeah.
And I guess if anything else, those league defeats, is it just momentum it stunts a little bit?
I think so, because the performances have been there. So the lads are still very confident. So are we. The performances have been very good this season, and unfortunately for us, we haven't got over the line the last couple of league games. But overall I'm pleased. But like I said, it's full attention on Ware this weekend, and we're looking there to get a positive result.
And just over those last couple of weeks, you mentioned the positives. Is it important for you that the team have continued to create chances and score goals in all the games?
Well, yeah, that's the style of football we want to play. We're full of attack, and we're disciplined, and we're organised. And sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. And hopefully more times than not this season we'll win. But full attention on Ware now, and we're looking to go down there, positive attitude, and to win the game.
You went, of course, to see them in the week. What did you make of what they had?
Well, obviously a very good team for the level. They're up there in the league. It was a tough game Tuesday. The conditions weren't very good, but it was good. It was good to go there and see the surface and the style of play. It was a good homework day for us, basically.
You're one of a couple of people, I suppose, around the club who remembers the last trip there. It's one they've been speaking about a lot in respect of it was a big crowd for them. They've not been as far in the competition since. And really, there's a lot on it for both teams, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah. You always go into giant killing, and it's a big game for Ware, but it's a big game for us. Massive game for us, actually, because we've been nothing short of terrible in the FA Cup and the trophy the last couple of years. So cup runs get the momentum going, they get the fans behind you, and it really catapults you in the league as well. We're excited for tomorrow. It's a cup occasion and plenty of highlights on TV, so looking forward to it.
What were your memories that day? Because you were early in your playing career as well.
I remember Stuart Hammonds, who was writing for the non-league paper at the time, texted me the night before saying, "I'm going to boot you off the park," and I think he did actually. I think he got booked for a tackle on me. So they looked after us really well, and it looks like a really good community club who are very organised and disciplined, and they're obviously going for it this season in their respective leagues. So we've got to be on it tomorrow.
And the thing with regards to the FA Cup, given that context, where we are in terms of the rounds now, is that you've only got kind of this round to negotiate for both teams before you're within one shot of the rounds proper, which is what we're all in for.
Of course, and that's the bonus. It's prize money for the chairman. It's you are one game away from the first round. So there's loads of incentives for this game, but it's one game at a time, and they'll be saying exactly the same as us. It's got to be full throttle tomorrow, and hopefully we're on the right end of the result.
What's the training ground been like this week after those couple of league defeats? I'm trusting spirits has ever stayed high, have they?
Yeah, really good. We had Calcer in between, which was a good performance, and we got plenty of goals in that game. So confidence is high. We've played two good teams in Gateshead and Fylde. We've come very close to turning the result around. But as is football, we move on, and it's all about Ware now, and Brackley takes care of itself next week.
And in terms of walking wounded, if you like, it looked like Saturday last weekend was going to be one of those days really with the knocks and things. How's everyone looking?
Yeah, I've spoken to a few managers this week, and they're all in the same kind of agreement that there's a lot of niggles going on this season. Whether that's because of the long delay in the off season, but managers from up and down the leagues and leagues below us, it's quite an occurring theme at the moment, and we're no different. So it's disappointing, but we've got a couple of late fitness tests today, and hopefully we've got a full clean bill of health tomorrow.
You mentioned that, the possibility that some of the, to use a layman's phrase, some of the smaller injuries that you might not have had in seasons past are cropping up because the lads haven't played a lot of football, basically.
Listen, I don't know the science, but it seems to be that way up and down the country. There's a lot more niggles going on, and these are finely tuned athletes now, albeit we're at step 6, whatever it is. But these are finely tuned athletes for full time, and when you don't play for 9 months, it does catch up on you. So listen, some lads are more robust than others, but others are just finding little things here and there. So we've got to manage that, and we've got to get them back to 100%.
And fingers crossed, as you said, it's fully fit and everyone available for tomorrow. If that ever isn't the case, you saw again from Jaden White on Saturdays, if you ever needed reminding, and of course Mark Carrington's back and available. There's real competition in the squad, isn't there?
Yeah, there really is. Carra's done his 3-game ban now. And we've missed him. Monty's come in, he's been absolutely fantastic, and then he gets injured. So hopefully he can be back fit as well. As a manager, you just want a full, clean bit of health because the competitive streak in our squad really pushes everyone else going forward. But also touching base on the younger lads who are going to get opportunities tomorrow, whether it be on the bench, from the FA Youth Cup on Tuesday. It's great. We've got a good crop coming through, and they're pushing the first team lads as well.
You're talking about a cup run, that they're in the midst of a great one.
They are, and it's great for the club. I think as a football club we really are building, and from one organisation to another to the youth team, it's great. They're one round away from the first round, if I believe, and they've got a home tie against Boldmere in a couple of weeks' time. So fair play to them.
And of course, a huge FA Cup derby for the Harriers women on Sunday against Stourbridge of all teams. Hopefully you can have all three firing on cylinders.
Well, that'd be good. We said at the start of the season, the club needs cup runs. So, like I said, from all organisations and all parts of the football club, it'd be great because this club needs to get back on the map again, and one bit at a time, and hopefully we can get there.